This is the future.
Before we begin this video, I would like to announce that I am giving away some platinum in my Discord server courtesy of Digital Extremes. To enter, simply visit our Discord server by clicking the link I have included in the video description below. On the server, all you need to do is go to the giveaway and announcement channel and join the giveaway. I will be announcing the winner on my YouTube channel, so be sure to check back later. Or you can always hit that subscribe button to enjoy not just giveaways, but also Warframe content and more, which I'll be sharing soon. Also, I would like to say that this video is intended for those new players who kept asking me on what would be a good start on their Warframe playthrough. While this is not the absolute detailed and best guide on how to do it step by step, but I will give you a goal on what Warframes you should get first to make your progression easy in the game. For those who already know about these Warframes but still watch the video, then I thank you for your support. Next time I'll make a video about endgame stuff and alternatives which you might like. So good luck to all of you who will join the giveaway, and now let's begin this video. So I just want to talk about one of the best Warframe you can get early in the game. If you ask a veteran player, then they will probably say it's Rhino. The Warframe's main blueprint can be purchased from the market. Rhino's component blueprints are obtained from defeating Jackal on Fossa Venus. The boss fight is not that hard in my opinion, but you just need to know what type of element and the mechanics to easily take down the Jackal. Basically, you would want to mod your weapon with radiation damage. After activating the console, all you need to do is take down its leg with your radiation weapon, then do a pairs-on finisher. Rinse and repeat the process while avoiding those laser attacks with your Operator Void mode until the Jackal is on its final leg. Operator Void mode is the absolute cheese to keep your Warframe alive in the fight. You don't need to take cover when the Jackal is doing its grid wall attack after you have destroyed one leg. All you need to do is get out of your Warframe and stay in your Operator Void mode until the Jackal stops doing the grid wall ability. Once destroyed, head to the extraction and reap your reward. Basically, you would need to do this a couple of times to get the Rhino Neuroptic system and its chassis. It may take a couple of runs, and after that you would need to farm enough Rubido, Gallium, Polymer Bundle, Morphix, Plastids, and Salvage to craft the components, and after crafting all the components, you now then can craft the main blueprint, which is typical Digital Extremes game design. If you are new to Warframe, then expect this time gating to happen all the time in almost all the items you get from the game. If you find a new piece of equipment, then expect that you can't use it yet, and just head over to your foundry so you can learn what are the needed materials to craft it. Now, what makes Rhino a good progression Warframe? Rhino has two good traits why he is considered to be the best Warframe to get at early levels, and these are survivability and damage buff. The Warframe has his iron skin that can withstand heavy hits while you are progressing through the star chart levels. Iron skin is known to have over guard right now, which gives you an extra layer of health, and that status immunity you need to negate knockdowns and damage over time effects such as bleed and toxin. And then there's his roar ability that gives insane damage buff not only to your weapons but also to your abilities. Just a quick note, roar is best used with faction mods and damage over time like bleed, gas, or even toxin. Since the initial damage is being buffed by roar, the damage over time gets amplified by a ton, hence dealing massive DPS to enemies. The best part is, Rhino is not just newbie friendly, but you can also use the Warframe to progress in steel path levels and beyond. Of course, just don't let any nullifier bubble get you, as that will instant delete your millions of overguard and delete your Warframe within a blink of an eye. Also, this isn't talk a lot, but Rhino got a solid crowd control called Stomp. His fourth ability is great also in progression, especially when you are doing mobile defense, or even interception missions. While it's not the best, but it lets you get the job done, even if you are doing your progression solo. This is my recommended build for progressing through the star chart level, but it requires you to do the sacrifice quest and get the Umbral mods. However, you can still make Rhino good without the Umbral mods, but simply adding the normal Vitality and Steel Fiber mod in the build. For the Corrupted mod, you can replace it with the regular Intensify. While the augments are unnecessary for progression, but will definitely help once you hit Steel Path levels. Ironclad Charge gives you that bonus armor, which is one of the main ingredients for millions of overguard, while Iron Shrapnel allows you to recast Iron Skin whenever you want. What I normally do is cast Iron Skin, then group enemies with an Operator Arcane called Magus Anomaly. Then I use my first ability on those enemies grouped together, let some enemies hit me, and then recast Iron Skin to get tons of overguard in one go. Basically, I use Rhino for survivability and as a weapon master at Steel Path and beyond levels. While the crowd control is great, I don't usually need it because I would prefer killing enemies fast with my weapons than crowd controlling them. You see, once you can farm everything in Warframe, then you'll realize that the best crowd control is the fact that enemies are lying on the ground lifeless. In progression, however, crowd control is a huge asset for Rhino, and this is why the Warframe is considered one of the best Warframes to get early in the game. But wait, Rhino is not the only Warframe you get early in your Warframe playthrough. Before you can go into Venus, you must do a couple of missions in Earth, and this means you can get into the first open world mission in Warframe named Plains of Eidolon. The first open world mission is called Saya's Vigil, and once you finish this, you can unlock the bounty missions in Cetus that gives you some early mods that you can use for progression. progression. Also, you can start another quest, which gives you one of the best warframe in the game, now named Revenant. The Mask of the Revenant is an optional quest that revolves around a decorative mask for the operator. The mask tells the tale of a warframe left behind to prevent the return of the sentient Eidolon, and upon completion rewards the blueprint for the Revenant warframe. Just take note that Revenant's main blueprint is awarded upon completion of the Mask of the Revenant quest, which is unlocked after reaching rank 2 with the Quill's faction. To get to this point, you must need at least 22,000 standings, which you can get early by hunting Vombalists in the plains at night. Each Vombalist can drop an intact sentient core, which you can trade for standing in the Quills, and also uses requirements to get to Observer rank. After that, you would need 50,000 credits to finally complete the requirements of increasing your rank with the Quills. After getting the main blueprint of Revenant, you can farm the chassis, system, and neuroptics in the Cetus bounty missions accessible from Kanzu. So basically, Revenant might be the first best warframe you can get early, but the grind is troublesome compared to getting Rhino by purchasing its blueprint in the market and farming its component from the Jackal boss fight. However, I think it's worth noting that once you have Revenant, the game will be super easy, as his Mesmer skin is the best immortality skill in Warframe right now. It has the same concept as Rhino's Iron Skin that gives you immunity to damage and status effects. The only difference is that Mesmer skin is one cast while you need to do a lot of stuff before you can get millions of Iron Skin numbers for Rhino. The best part is, Mesmer skin can stun enemies that hit Revenant while the ability is active. In addition, Revenant's other abilities are great in progression. Enthrall is great for aggro control, and you can use it to set up a one-hit kill with your Reeve ability. Then, his fourth ability makes you a Disco Killer Warframe. It's a great spin to win setup in star chart levels that can clear a room full of low to mid-level enemies easily. Rhino and Revenant are both superior Warframes that can be farmed easily in early levels of the game. However, Rhino has a slight edge when it comes to how easy you can farm the Warframe, and he also got the Roar buff to boost your damage. But in Steel Path levels though, Revenant is the most busted Warframe in the game, as it gives you complete immortality that you can take on almost all the missions in the game. Also, in late game, you gain access to features such as the helmet system, which further improves your Revenant build. In fact, you can steal Rhino's Roar and put it to Revenant, or you can add Nourish or any abilities that you think is missing to the Warframe. The only problem though is that time gating will be your biggest enemy, as after getting the Warframe, you must then get mods, and after getting the mods, you must then get Endo to upgrade the mods. I have an Endo guide and best early mods in the video description below that you might want to check out, but for now I think you really should start farming either Rhino or Revenant. During my first few days of playthrough, Rhino really helped me a lot in clearing almost all the tile set in normal star chart, and right now you have the option to use this frame or use Revenant. Plus, these two Warframes can also be used in Steel Path levels, so it's really an investment worth your effort even at early levels. So that's all about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.